Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the another tutorial. In this tutorial, I will complete MCQ from 51 up to 60, and this is the first chapter of Handa MCQs. So let's start from the first MCQs. Curve A and B represent the properties for material which have low resistance, low conductance, negative resistance. So curve A and B. So let's look at the figure. So figure is this one. So A and B, as you see over here, A and B, resistance of A and B decrease with increase in temperature. So option D is the negative temperature coefficient. So yes, option D will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is, which of the following has negative temperature coefficient? Brass, mercury, electrolytes, silver. So that is electrolyte, because in electrolyte you have such like beaker. Here we have anode, here we have cathode, and here we have solvent. So if you increase the temperature, then the electron will gain that energy. So it means we are increasing the energy of this liquid. Okay, if you increase the temperature like this, so it means you are giving energy to the solvent. And in solvent we have lots of atom, and inside atom we have electrons. So electron will get energy and the atom will get ionized. So your ions will increase with temperature. So you can say that my current will increase. So if your current is increased, then it means my resistance will get decreased, or it means that electrolyte will have a negative temperature coefficient. Okay, next MCQ is, all of the following have a negative temperature coefficient except paper, gold, rubber, gutta percha. So actually the gold, correct option is option B, that is the gold. So gold is the conductor, and as we know that conductor have positive temperature coefficient, and gold conduct the electricity but not as good as copper can conduct electricity. Actually the in terms of conductivity, so the silver is the good conductor of electricity. Then after silver we have copper, then after copper we have gold, then after gold we have aluminum. This is represented, aluminum is symbol is Al, gold symbol is Au, copper symbol is Cu, and silver symbol is Ag. Okay, next MCQ is, for the circuit shown below, the current I flowing through the circuit will be, so this is my current I. So this circuit is a bit complicated. So here we need to find for current, that is equal to V divided by R. So V is equal to 2 supply voltage, and R equivalent, we need to find R equivalent. So current will always follow the least resistance path, so current will flow like this, but in front of, after this, we have other resistance. So the current will also flow in this resistor. So if you join these 2 points, then these 2 resistors will be in parallel. So let's find the equivalent. So that will be equal to 3 divided by 2, and that is equal to 1.5 ohm. So 1.5 ohm will be in parallel to this resistor. So 1.5 ohm, your R equivalent, that will be equal to 1.5 ohm times 3 divided by 1.5 plus 3, that will be equal to 4.5 divided by R equivalent, and that is equal to 4.5. So your resistance will be equal to 1 ohm. So your current will be equal to 2 ampere. So option C will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is, a cube of material of side 1 centimeter has a resistance of 0.002 ohm between its opposite faces. If the same volume of the material has a length of 8 centimeter and uniform cross section, the resistance of this length will be, so actually R1 is given to us, that is equal to 8 centimeter, and L1 is also given to us, that is equal to 1 centimeter. Sorry, this is not 8 centimeter, this is 0.002 ohm, and L2 is equal to 8 centimeter. So we need to find R2. So the volume will remain same. So it means that my A1, L1 will be equal to A2, L2. So A1 is not given to us. So let's say A1 is equal to A. So L1 is 1 centimeter. So I will get A, and A2 into L2 is 8 centimeter. So my A2 will be equal to A divided by 8 centimeter. So A2 will be equal to A divided by 8 centimeter. So my R2 will be equal to rho L2 divided by A2, and R1 will be equal to rho L1 divided by A1. So R2 divided by R1 will be equal to L2 divided by A2 into L1 multiplied by A1. So R2 is not given to us. We need to find this, and this will come out here. So it will be 0.002 times L2 is 8 centimeter, and A1 is A divided by A2 is A divided by 8, and L1 is 1 centimeter. So this A will cut out by this A, and 1 divided by 8 will come out here. So that will be equal to your R2 will be equal to 0.128 ohm. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is: a standard 60 watt bulb is in series with a room heater and connected across the mains. If the 60 watt bulb is replaced by 100 watt bulb, the heater output will increase, the heater output will reduce, the heater output will remain unaltered. So actually the circuit diagram will be like this. Here I will have a bulb that is 60 watt. Here I will be having a nichrome wire heater, and here I will give supply. This is my 60 watt, and this is the heater. So electron, so this is my voltage supply, and electron will get energy from this supply and will move in this direction, and this electron will deliver energy to this heater and will deliver energy to this heater, this bulb and this heater. So now if I increase this 60 watt into 100 watt bulb, so then the demand is high. If you see over here, the demand is high, or you can say that the energy demand is high. So then electron will get more energy from this voltage source and will deliver more energy over here because the demand is high. So if electron carry more energy, so you can say that the current get high. So if the current get high, then the heater will produce more heat. So the option is the heater output will increase, the heater output will reduce, the heater output will remain unaltered. So option A is the correct answer. The heater output will increase. Okay, next MCQ is: two aluminum conductors have equal length. The cross-section area of one conductor is 4 times that of the other. If the conductor have smaller cross-section area has a resistance of 100 ohm, the resistance of other conductor will be 400 ohm, 100 ohm, 50 ohm, 25 ohm. So two aluminum conductors have equal length. So length L1 will be equal to L2. Cross-section area of one conductor is 4 times the other. So let's say A2 is the 4 times of the other. If the conductor having smaller cross-section area has a resistance of 100 ohm, so A1 is the smaller cross-section area, so R1 will be equal to 100 ohm. The resistance of other conductor will be equal to, so in this case, the R2 divided by R1 is equal to L2 divided by A2 times L1 divided by A1. So L2 is same as L1. So this will cut out by this. A1 is the A2 divided by 4. And R1 times R1. So this will cut out by this. R1 is 100 divided by 4. So that's equal to 25 ohm. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is: a nichrome wire used as heater coil has the resistance of 1 ohm per meter. For a heater of 100 watt at 200 volt, the length of the wire required will be. So actually resistance per unit length is given to me. That is equal to 1 ohm per meter, and that is equal to rho by A. So for a heater of, so as we know that V is equal to V square divided by R. So V is 200 divided by R is 1000. So that's equal to 40. So the length of the wire required will be, so my R1 divided by L1 will be equal to R2 divided by L2. So that is R1 divided by L1 is equal to 1 ohm, and L2 that will be equal to R2, and that is equal to 40 ohm. So option C is the correct answer. 40 meter. Okay, next MCQ is the hot resistance of a tungsten lamp is about 10 times the cold resistance. So hot resistance is 10 times the cold resistance. According to the cold resistance of a 100 watt, 200 volt lamp will be, so cold resistance will be equal to V square divided by P, and V square is 200 times 200 divided by P is equal to 100. So this will be equal to 400. So we need to find the cold resistance. Actually, this is hot resistance, sorry. So the cold resistance will be equal to hot resistance divided by 10, and that is equal to 400 divided by 10, and that is equal to 40 ohm. So option C will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQs is variable resistors are wire wound resistor, thin film resistor, thick film resistor, all of the above. So actually, in this book, they mark the option A, that the option A will be the correct answer. That option A is the correct answer, but I think it's wrong, because the variable resistors include this resistor include rheostat, which is also a variable resistor. This include potentiometer. Variable resistor is NTC thermistor. Variable resistor is the PTC thermistor. And a resistor, we also have a fixed resistor. And in fixed resistor, that's include carbon resistor, that's include carbon film, that's include metal film, that's include wire wound, that's include thin film, that's include thick film. Thin film are more expensive than thick film, and thick film is 1000 times thicker, and this thin film has thickness of the order of 0.1 micrometer or very small. Okay, so but in this book, the correct option is option A, that is wire wound resistor. Okay, so this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any confusion, you can post it there in the comment box. Allah Hafiz.